Hello Flosstube friends, I am Lisa and this is my channel Cross by Floss, where I talk about cross stitching and life blabbings and probably life blabbings. Happy Sunday. It is Seahawks Sunday, so I have a Seahawks jersey on because go Hawks, playing the Cowboys today. I am a rabid football fan, like seriously. Friday evenings to Monday night, football. It is football. Yes. And because I don't have, I found out I have ESPN Plus the other day. I've been paying for it for like months, and for some reason it's not on my TV. So I have to figure out how to get that to happen because it's part of my Hulu package. Hulu, Disney, now I have HBO Max. Okay, there's some stuff on there. We'll get to that later. But I have ESPN Plus, so I should be able to get the football games, right? Except what's being locally broadcast. And so I was able to watch the Seahawks last week. Pull out a W. Thank you very much. 2-0. Yes, we are. But anyways, I do root for your team as long as you are not playing mine. So, yes, okay. Anyways, what has happened these last 2 weeks? Oh my gosh, you guys, I was going to put up a video last week, a Stitch With Me video. And Mr. G called and said, hey, I'll be home Friday evening. And I'm like, what? I mean, yay. Just kidding. And, so anyways, he was home for a week because he has switched trucking companies. And he basically said to the new trucking company, I just need some downtime. You know, he's been on the road since he started trucking last year in, I think October is when he started. Yeah, October. And he's been home very, very rarely. So, yeah, in that year. So he just kind of wanted a little bit of downtime and, you know, get a couple of chores done around the house, which thank goodness, because man had to go up on the roof and clean out the eaves, or the, what do you guys call it here? We call it the eaves. Gutters, is that what you guys call it here? Eaves, we call it eaves in Canada. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, it's been a while. Anyways, he cleaned those all out, which thank goodness, because then we started the downpour. And yeah, and I already had some gutter come off of the front over the garage. It pulled away from the roof, and so it was leaking down onto the garage roof, and so that I guess is not a good thing. I don't know. And so anyways, he did those kinds of things, and then he helped do my craft room a little bit. He built some things for me, so that was good. And just did some little chores around the house and ate some home cooked meals, because out on the road he eats either fast food or frozen foods from his grocery trips and his fridge in the truck, that kind of thing. So he was home. And then Mr. Odin, he it's a lot of responsibility looking after a child's dog and making sure that they aren't sick. Well, I have noticed in the last while that he has been losing weight, and I can't explain it because he eats like a horse, the mini horse that he is, and he's not overly active. And so I'm like, I don't understand. And 6 weeks ago, I think, I had to take him in because he had an ear infection. So we got that all cleaned up, everything's good. But when we were there, got him up on the scale, and he had lost weight. And so, but only a couple pounds, so not super, I'm like, okay, well, maybe the ear infection, not feeling great. And yeah, well, so then we've noticed, significant weight loss. Like, it seems weird. He's excessively drinking and he's slobbering a lot. And you know how I feel about the slobber? It's gross. And he does a lot of it. So anyways, I keep looking over here because he's out on the porch and he's kind of sulking, because every time I bring him in, he barks at whoever's, walking outside the house. So I'm like, you got to be a good boy and sit here. And if you're not going to, you have to go out on the porch. So he's out there and he's currently sulking and giving me the side eye, and he's real not happy. Anyway, So I take him to the vet, drop him off, you know, first thing in the morning. Now, he does not like kennels. He does not like kennels. They know this. And so I'm like, you know, as soon as you can get him done, and I'll come back and pick him up, even if it's like an hour, right? They didn't call me all day long. So I'm like, dang, he must be getting a lot of tests or something's happening, right? And so anyways, when I dropped him off, put him up on the scale, he's lost 6 pounds. He's lost 6 pounds in like 2 months, less than 2 months. And so I'm a little concerned about that because, you know, he's a big dog and yeah. So anyways, they kept him all day long, you guys. And so when my daughter came to come, you know, and I was busy at work and I've got the little doing school and, you know, time passes and I'm like, I haven't heard from him all day. So my daughter comes and she's like, hey, where's Odin? And I'm like, oh, dang, he's still down at the vet. And so she calls to get an update on him and they can't find anything. Like they can't find anything. And of course, they didn't do any blood tests or anything because that's in his annual, which comes up in a couple of weeks. And so, yeah, can't explain it, have no idea. Well, but then we go pick him up, right? And he, like I said, he's an excessive drooler. And he is soaked. His paws are soaked, like just, and I'm like, did you keep him in the kennel all day? Because I'm sure he was in there crying and pawing to get out because he's not a kennel. He does not, never, even when he was a baby, he used to cry to get out and he would like paw at it until his paws bled because he did not like to be in there. He's destroyed a few kennels. And we don't keep him in a kennel. He is out and even when he's sleeping, he just likes to be out. And yeah, thankfully he's not a chewer or anything and he doesn't, you know, have accidents in the house often. So yeah, so I took him to the vet and did that. And then, oh my goodness. Okay. So I have an aging parent and, she does not live close to me. She lives in Canada and that's quite a ways. And, her and my brother have a deal that, you know, that they keep in contact every day. Long story short, I had to do a wellness check on my mom. So for all of you who have aging parents who live far away from you and you look after them long distance, bless you. I mean, up to this point, I've been very blessed that, you know, my brother has been able to kind of look after her, but in kind of like he lives almost 2 hours away from her. So, you know, it's a 4-hour round trip for him to go and see, you know, her. And it was late at night and he had not heard from her in almost 48 hours. And he was going to wait till the next day. And I was like, oh, no. So I had to do a wellness check on my mom. That didn't go over well. She's fine, by the way. But it took her a long time to get to the door. And by this time, the police had called me back to say, hey, do you have a spare key? Or do you know the code to the garage? Or does a neighbor have anything? And it's like 10 o'clock at night there now, right? I'm like, I don't know. So, you know darn well, I got all those things going on, right? So, but yeah, so my brother's moving to another province and yeah, there's just some emotional stuff that's going on there. So, and what else? Work's good. We're training a new payroll specialist and because that was part of my job in the past. And so I've been training her and getting that. So my hours have not gone down as much as I would like and, you know, helping the little with school. And by the way, holy remote learning, okay. That's a topic for another day. And then, kind of getting, you know, some more stuff done in my craft room. I'm going to insert a couple of pictures here. So that's my craft room, sort of. I mean, don't get excited. It's just a couple of pictures of the floor being installed. And then, what did I put in there? Oh, Odin, who I also Instagrammed this morning. And yeah, he was clearly exhausted by helping me put in the closet, and of course a picture of the closet. I'm so excited. That's so much space. I have 2 of those size closets, one that I've kept as a like a storage clothes storage closet organizer thing, and then this one that I made just into shelves that are movable as needed, if I need to, you know, do the height different or whatever. So that I got done yesterday, so I was pretty excited about that. So just continuing, I've chalk painted a couple of pieces in my craft room that I want, and you know, I'm just kind of slowly getting things in there because I just don't have the time. It's, you know, stitch, do the craft room, work, little dog, parent. I mean, good Lord help me. So anyways, after I've talked 12 minutes about all that, how about we get into stitching, because that's really what this channel's all about. Okay, so I did not have a lot of time to stitch because, you know, Mr. was here, and then of course the chaos of seriously, I think I aged like 20 years. Oh my goodness. Anyway, waiting for the police to call and tell me my mother was fine. Anyways, so I have been working on Ink Circles, Reflections of Canada, and I love this pattern, you guys. I do. I love this pattern. I am doing it on a white Aida, I think 18 count, and it is done in Weeks Dyeworks Turkish red thread. Love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, and it goes this way. So I have finished a couple of motifs. You see a beaver, and the hockey sticks are almost done. And the skyline, the Toronto skyline is coming up soon. I think, where's that? Oh, in here. This area right here. Beep. Let's see. Up here. That's the Toronto skyline, I think, is coming up. So, yeah, I'm making some pretty good progress. So I try to put in 1 to 2 threads a night on this one. Some nights I've skipped, but I'm trying to get at least 1 or 2 in every day at least. And I'm trying to make that my focus piece because I'd really like to get it done before Canada Day next year. That might be good. And then the next piece I'm doing is the Prairie Schooler Night Flight. Whoop, that was a little close. So I'm getting that done, and I've worked some more on the border. And I have a needle in there, sorry. Let's try and put that out. So I have worked mainly along the top and finished all that, and I'm working across the top here. So I pick this one up every couple of nights and put a few threads into that one as well. This is done on a 18 count coffee tea dyed Aida, I believe. It's either 18 or 16, I don't remember. And then continuing to work on Witch Witch by Lottie Da. I love this pattern, you guys. I do. And this is done on a 16 count Aida. Coffee tea dyed, and I baked this one, so that's why you see so much modeling. The other one I did not bake, it was just a dunk. But this one, and I honestly don't know if I've done much on this in the 2 weeks since. I might be lying and maybe have done nothing. I'm not sure, but it was in my whip pile, so weird. So anyways, if I did anything, I've put some more floss into this, stitches into this side here. So, but I can't wait. I'm going to go back into her dress table, whatever it is, along the bottom there. Love this pattern so much. I do. And then last video I showed you my Frankenstein Sal from Stitching Book Club on Instagram. And then she is Sapphire Mountain Stitches on Etsy, where you get the pattern. I'll link it below. And when I say I'll link it below, it'll be up within 24 hours, the description, because after I upload the video and I go through and I make sure that I've got all the links that I need and everything and what I mentioned, I try to get those in. So yeah, so it will be up within 24 hours. You'll see the description box has all the info. But anyways, when I showed it last time on this fabric, because I love this fabric, I think that it is perfect for, and this is such a good true color. It's so perfect for Frankenstein. And it's got some Odin hair in it. Typical. I had showed it last time with colorless variegated DMC that I had put in it, and I asked for your opinion because I didn't think that it showed up very well. I was not super happy with it, and y'all agreed. And I had a couple of suggestions on different flosses, colors to use, and so I took the suggestion and went with a neutral. And so I have reworked it. It took me forever to pluck those stitches out. And you know, most people, I mean, honestly, I would have just chucked the fabric, but it's so pretty. And this is an unknown. I got it off of Stash Unloading quite a while ago. And when I was looking for a fabric, I was like, oh, this is perfect for this. So, but this is what I got done. Okay, so it's so blown out when you come up close. That's what I've gotten done. So I've got his name in there and I'm starting the border, and this is a lovely stitch. So she does, so the premise to this is, or not the premise, but what you do with the Stitching Book Club is she releases a couple of times a year different books, and so you get the book, you read, you know, the book in the stages that she releases the parts, and then there's a discussion on Instagram, and so you show your stuff and you take part in the discussion. Unfortunately, I have not done that yet, and I am listening to Frankenstein on audio while I am stitching on this. So what I ended up choosing was a DMC 822. I went to Joann's with Mr. G, and I stood there for quite a long time. Actually, there was a lot of floss. They clearly got a stock amount in or something, because almost all the bins were full. I know, at least at my Joann's. Well, one of my Joann's. There's about 7 of them around me. Not that many. There's quite a few though. But I stood there and I just really and truly plucked a lot of the beiges and grays, and brought them home and threw them all out on this fabric and started eliminating which ones I didn't love. So it would have been more cost effective for me to just bring the fabric and do that there. However, I'm going to use those colors sometime in the future, totally okay. And it was during some sale that there was an additional 25% off your regular purchase, so I'm good. Yeah, and then I decided, because, you know, why work on all the whips that I have? Let's do a new start. Yeah, so I was like, I just want something easy. Frankenstein's not easy, it is. And so, and this has been calling to me, you guys, ever since I did the video that I did the flip through of this. There's so many patterns in here that I want to do, and I haven't done any of them yet, and Halloween is right around the corner, like next month, barely next month. And I have a Halloween tree to put up, and hardly any decorations to put on it. Hardly any cross-stitch decorations to put on it. I have decorations that's going on my tree, but I want some more decorations to get on there. So I did a flip through, and I decided that, okay, we're gonna do it like this. There we go. That pattern there, and this is by Rhona Ronnie, I'm gonna butcher it, Rhona Norrie. And it's called October 31st. And so I started that one on a 14 count white Aida that I've got a lot of this, you know, the folded Charles Craft Aidas. Most of them are always 14 count. Yeah, I have a lot of that. And so I started that. This is done in Anchor Black. So I've almost finished the border. I ran out of floss down here and I didn't want to use a whole new one. I do the loop method, and so I didn't want to use a whole like length in the loop method. So I'm like, okay, well, when I'm, you know, finish a part that and I have some extra, I'll throw it in there. There's a method to my madness somehow. But anyways, this is what I've gotten done. So a part of October, and then this is the big 3. But I'm excited because it's got let's see if you can see that again. So if you see the spider webs up here, that's just 1 strand long stitches. And so I'm excited to get to that because it looks so webby and I love it. I love it, love it. So that is all I've worked on in the last 2 weeks. I know, it's lame. It is lame, you guys, but haven't stopped buying, however. So first though, I want to do some stitchy kindness because a viewer on Instagram, she follows me, and she had reached out and said, hey, I'm gonna, you know, put some things up and I'm wondering if you're interested in any of these. And so she sent me some pictures because she knows how much I love Halloween. Everybody knows how much I love Halloween. Now y'all know how rabid I am about football. And like so much so, I have a football tree. Oh God, this is such an aside. I have a football tree. I have a Seahawks tree that I painted and in Seahawks colors. And I have done a couple of cross stitch things for it. And I have some balls and some other things that are on it. So maybe one day I'll pull that out so you can see it. But yeah, football and Halloween. So anyway, she reached out and said, you know, I have these patterns that I'm looking to get rid of, yada yada, would you like them? And she sent me a couple of pictures and I was like, oh yes, please, that's so sweet. So she sent me Blackberry Lane Designs Hocus Pocus 3. So beautiful. Is that not awesome? That's so awesome. And then the other one is Country Spirits Collection Simply Autumn. Look at those crows on those pumpkins. So cute. So cute. I should get this stitched up for, you know, I mean, we've already started fall, right? So so anyways, I really wanted to thank Amanda for sending these, and so super sweet. And I just love getting some little happy mail. It's awesome. So thank you. All right, and then a couple of my of the months came, and I have a lot of the months, right? I have like bag of the month, I have floss of the month, I have fabric of the month, I have kit of the month. That's all gotta go away. Not all of it. It's not all going away, but some of it is gonna go away because, you know, less hours means less money. Apparently eating is important. Having heat, also important. And, you know, Lord help us if the roof leaks. I guess that also is important. So I received my Victorian Motto floss of the month for August. I'm trying to get them all out here so we can see them. So those came. Are they not pretty? Oops. My fingers. Clearly 2 hands, still not big enough to hold all of the floss. And it's not even that much. 6 skeins, 5 skeins, 6 skeins. We're good. Anyways, that is what came, and they're beautiful. And what I love is that so many of them are called farmhouse, and that's what I like. So that was awesome. That came. And then the floss of the month for coloring cotton came. And so those ones came. They're pretty. Really pretty. This one here is called Black Walnut. It's lovely. It's kind of got a blacky purple color to it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm in love. And then Randy at Bestitch Me, I am part of her floss of the month as well. And she did these super happy bright colors in hers. So I got 50 skeins of floss. Look at how happy and colorful those are. They're super bright. This orange is so perfect for a Halloween orange. Yeah, it is. So it called Petal, Lemonade, Marmalade, and then Happy, which is a mix of the three together, it looks like. Yeah. So super lovely, 50 yards. Love it. And then, of course, my fabric of the month came from her. And I mean, again, this girl knocks it out of the park. Like, if you are not a subscriber to her Facebook group, which I'll link below, again, within 24 hours, go. Like, really go. She posts sales, and she has a Friday night fight night. You gotta be fast. And I did refrain from being on there last Friday because the Friday before, or maybe the Friday before that, it was a little ugly, and I got 4 pieces of fabric. So, and it's not like I'm lacking in fabric. Like, seriously, we ever have another pandemic or, you know, lockdown or anything, I am set for life between patterns, fabric, and floss. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Actually, I'm gonna need to buy more needles. Yeah, maybe I should start stocking up on needles before those all go away. But yes, so anyways, go to her Facebook page. She does have that. And then she also has a website that she sells her fabrics on. And that's where you can, you know, ask for custom orders and, you know, that kind of thing. But I belong to her Fabric of the Month Club. And this one was September's. Was it September? I think it's September. Yeah, September. And this is called Not Another Sampler. Okay. And I get mine in a 16 count Aida. So pretty. I think that that's really, really close to, I mean, I can't really see. I have no glasses are on, but it looks about right. It's beautiful. And this is going to be for a sampler because it's the perfect Not Another Sampler color. It's perfect. So, in fact, Land That I Love might look really good on there. I don't know. Anyways, that came. And then I am part of the Bag of the Month with So Much to Love and Karen. And so that came, and this is what the bag of the month, hers are fabric bags. They're all enclosed, obviously, no clear plastic zip on the front. And I like both styles. I like the plastic on the front so I can see my pattern. However, I'll talk about that later. And then hers are fabric along with Garon tote bags. So I like both styles. I don't love one over the other, so I like them both. But this fabric, is this not pretty fabric? Yeah. And then inside is just this really pretty small pattern. But of course you don't always see your insides, but it's nice when you go to your pattern and you, oh, that's so pretty. So her bags are so well made, so worth it. I love her bags. She does have an Etsy store, an Etsy shop, and so you can go and she randomly puts bags up for sale on there. And I bought some bags on there as well because she has patterns that are not part of the bag of the month. And so, but then when you are part of the bag of the month, you get little goodies. And so she put in there some Werther's candies, which apparently are her favorite, also my favorite. I could eat these all day long, like all day long. And then some stash tea. So I've been saving my stash teas and I'm sending them as a little care package to my mama because she loves tea. She's a tea drinker. I'm not much of a tea drinker, but she is. And so I've been saving them and they'll all go into a nice little care package for my mama because... And then this month was this beautiful little floss tag by Samplings of Memories. And she has a website, which is www.samplingofmemories.com. Down there on the bottom, if you can read that. And so what a pretty floss tag. And then it has these little charms on it. Super pretty, and I'm all about a floss tag. Love a good floss tag. And then, okay, then we get into a little bit of haul. Not a lot of haul this time, not comparable, but so like I mentioned, Brandy from Be Stitch Me Fabrics has Friday Night Fight Nights, and I decided to enter said Friday Night Fight Night, and I have two albums that I look in exclusively because that's the fabrics that I stitch on. Sometimes I go outside my realm, and I should not because I like them. I think that they look pretty, but I haven't actually stitched on them yet, and I'm a little afraid to. Like linen, or even weave. And you know, I've attempted even weave. I've finished a little small, that creeping it round in an even weave, but it took me forever. It took me forever. So I like the look of them. I just don't know how much I'm gonna get there. Anyways, I managed to get 4 fabrics, and the funny thing is 27, 20, 28, yeah, 27 count, Linda. The funny thing is that I got 3 of them, and then I was second in line for another one, and it was 27 Linda. And I've been wanting to try a 27 Linda because I've heard really good things about it. Now, it is an even weave. Yeah, it's an even weave, but it looks so very close to like a 22 Aida. Like, I can see the holes. So I'm gonna attempt, I'm gonna try and see if, sorry, hair, if I can do that. Anyways, I was second in line, and I was kind of whining on my last video that, you know, hopefully you know, sometimes the people ahead of you will pass or decide that they've bought enough fabrics in the Friday Night Fight Night. And so, yeah, they pass. So always put your name. Like, if you're getting on the list and you don't get in there fast enough, put your name in next, because chances are, if you're the second person, you might get it. Or go back the next day after Friday Night Fight Night's over, and early in the morning though, like Saturday morning. These are my tricks. This is what's worked for me. And then go through the albums that you're interested in and have a look, because a lot of people will delete their posts, and some people don't put next please. And so you might be able to, you know, get a fabric that you're looking for. So I went into the Aidas, and I went into the 2022 count Aida, and I got these 2. I know they're in the plastic, I'm sorry. But they're the exact same color. It's called Bronze Age, but look at how different they dye up depending on the count. Like, amazing, right? Yeah. And maybe for how long I don't know what her dyeing process is. I have no idea. I just know how I dye, and it's minimal at best in a plastic tub on my counter, which is a little scary, with rip dye. And I'm fairly certain that's not what she does. Anywho, you know, maybe she left this one in longer. Maybe the Aida that this is base was different. I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing about it. It's why I don't dye. And then I got a piece of 28 count Lugana Opal because I just really like the sparkly, and it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. Now this one, also called Bronze Age. I'm gonna hold them all up in a minute. And then, like I said, I wanted to try the Linda, and because everybody's been talking about this Linda, and I'm like, I mean, FOMO, people, FOMO. And so I must have. Crazy. And so I got this one. I lucked out and got this one because I was next in line. And this also is called Bronze Age. So I just want to hold these all up. Sorry for the noise because I did not take them out of the bag. Zuh. But look at how different all four of those are. Now these two are probably as close as they're gonna get. And interestingly enough, one's the even weave and one's an Aida. But they're all called Bronze Age and they all look different. Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting. And then the other thing that she does is when you purchase something, like if you do a custom order from her website or are part of the Friday Night Fight Night and buy something, you can enter into her freebies album that she posts Saturday afternoon, and then she pulls on Sunday. And she's got patterns and fabric and floss. Like, she's so generous, you guys. Like, honestly, for a small business, she is definitely one that I will continue to patronize. She is awesome. Her customer service is awesome. Her fabrics are beautiful. She's so generous. Like, it is crazy how generous she is. So I really hope she stays around for quite some time. Anywho, I entered into quite a few of the freebie albums, and I got lucky. And my name was drawn for this Jardin Privé Samplers Au Fleur. And how pretty is that? And this is actually one I had my eye on, so to buy. And I love all things Jardin Privé. I really do. And have quite a few of her patterns. And so I was super thrilled to get that. Like, look at that tree in the center of the alphabet. It's gorgeous. And the colors, beautiful. And they're all DMCs, so you can't go wrong there. So I was thrilled. So again, Brandy, Bestitch Me Fabrics, fantastic. Patronize her. Awesome. And her prices are so reasonable. Okay, and then I was doing the line in bed, you know, surfing the web, doing the things, watching some Flosstube, blah, blah, blah. And Lisa, Kindred Stitcher, Lisa Smith, has a destash page. And she was destashing some of her bags that she'd made. And I was like, huh? And so I got on there, oh, so fast. I missed one. Those fingers, they just need to be faster. So competitive. Anyways, I was able to get 3 of her bags that she posted over the weekend. And so I got this cutie. So pretty. All of these little animals in scarves and stockings and all kinds of stuff. It's adorable. And then the fabric inside. Also very lovely made bags and big. Like, that's a good size. And then this cute little light bulb charm, adorbs. And then this pretty bag here with the flowers. Oh, I zipped it back up even though I meant to show you the fabric inside. And then the fabric, so pretty. And then you can see the super pretty dangly. Oh, so pretty. And then this one here, which I think she said was a Tula Pink fabric. And is that not, I mean, it's so colorful. It is so colorful. And I just thought that it was so cute with the sewing ruler in there and stuff. So pretty. And then inside, look at that, with the safety pins, and so cute. And then this pretty little, this pretty little charm. Oop, come here. Eek, there we go, on that bag. So one of these might be for a future giveaway for my 1,500 subscribers, you guys. I'm shocked. I am just shocked. So not only have I reached 1,500 subscribers, but I think I have either gotten to my year Flosstube anniversary, or I'm close. Maybe it's coming. It's in September. And I think today's the 27th. I don't know. But yeah, so watch for that, because I think that one of those, along with some other things that are coming, are going to be in my future awesome giveaways. And then yesterday I went to my L&S Thread Needle Street with Miss Denise, who I absolutely adore. And she's like my therapist. I dumped on her my crap week, my issues with my mom. You know, here's the funny thing. Seriously, she's like a therapist, because I know absolutely nothing about her like true personal life other than, you know, the little things that she shares here and there. She knows all about my stuff. As does anybody who walks in the store, as this poor girl got yesterday too. Anyways, we had a nice little visit, and I purchased a few things. And honestly, why I was there was because she had called me quite a while ago and said, you know, this magazine was in, and did I want it? And I said, well, of course I do. But I hadn't been able to get out there, because now that, you know, working from home, and yeah, so, and having the little, I just don't get to go out during the day anymore. And so anyways, she's been holding this for me for darn close to 3 weeks or so, maybe even more. And so I went in there for that. Well, in the meantime, some of the beads that I needed for my Mirabilia Archangel, the rest of the beads I needed for that came in as well. And so in the time that she's been holding this magazine for me, so I was like, well, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need those. And then the new Mirabilia was in the Queen Bee, and so I picked that up as well. And then while I'm standing at the register, I'm like, hey Denise, when did you get these? Like, I didn't know that you had these. I was not going to buy this, you guys. I deliberately did not get on the pre-order list. I was like, I cannot do another sample. I have so much. I have so much. And yes, my family did come over on the Mayflower, and we have some genie. I don't know. It's with my mom, and I've got to figure it out. But I was like, I'm not. No, I mean, everybody in the world is doing this thing, right? So no, I am not. I'm going to be a good girl, and I'm not. And then staring at me in the face are these boxes. And I'm like, oh man, now I feel obligated. No, I must purchase. So, so I picked this up. So then I was talking to her, and I was like, I didn't know that you were putting these out. And she said, yeah, no, I decided to buy, you know, a couple from the pre-order and or do the order. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she says to me, I have more left. And I'm like, well, I will announce that on the Flosstube tomorrow. And so if you are looking for this box of goodness that includes the charts, I think it's just the charts. I didn't honestly look. No. Oh yeah. You're getting you get all the stuffs, guys, except for the floss and the fabric. So you're getting the patterns, the additional pattern, the corner gauge and the little stories that come with the Mayflower. So awesome. Yeah, so she still has boxes available. There's not a lot of them, but she has a few boxes left. So if you are interested in purchasing this, Thread Needle Street, which I will link below. You do have to call her. She sort of has a website, but I don't think you can buy from the website. So yeah, so you call her up and she will happily mail to wherever. Maybe not outside the US. Maybe she does do outside the US. You know what? I didn't ask. I don't know. Call her. And then, while I was out with Mr. G buying flosses, we went to Michael's, and I'm standing in the Halloween pick section, and I get a call from Acorns and Threads, and of course it pops up on my phone as Acorns and Threads from Oregon. And so I was like, why would they be calling me? And at first I was going to ignore it. And then I was like, oh, maybe they're saying something about a class. I should probably not ignore this. So the nice lady on the end of the line says, hi, we have the last release of Hands-On Designs Santa, you know, and I'm on the list for that. And so I'm like, oh yeah, sure, totally. And then she's like, okay, was there anything else? And I'm like, oh, wait, while I have you on the phone. So it arrived. Oops. It arrived, and while I was on the phone, I had to walk away from Mr. G so we didn't hear the whole conversation. I was like, hey, do you still have? How about you add that to my order? I did not have to walk away from them. I mean, I did a little bit, just because it was noisy in the store. Anywho, so I was like, okay, I must be the last person on earth who has not bought Land That I Love yet. And it's been on my radar for a while. There's lots of people stitching it, and I'm not starting this anytime soon, but I would like to have it in my stash of things, because why not? And so they had a copy of that, so I was like, yeehaw. And then of course the last two Santas came, and has the last part of the Secret Santa in there, so I love that. But this one's called Spread Joy, and then the other one is Jingle All the Way. So super cute. And then, because I had missed out, and I've been looking for a while, but you know, I haven't been actively looking. And sometimes my Joann's gets these, and sometimes they don't. And I don't understand what the rhyme or reason is to it. But I was looking for the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, and they had the new one out, the fall one, obviously. And so I said, okay, well, let's add that. Well, by the way, do you also have the summer one? Because I did miss that one. So I got this one, the edition that has so many cute patterns in it. I'm sure you've all seen it. And then of course I just got this one. So I just got this yesterday, and I haven't even had a chance to peruse it. So that's what I'll be doing tonight, is having a look-see through there. And then of course they added my receipt, which if you're listening to me, you never have to add my receipt. I don't want to know how much I spent. Thank you very much. Really, I don't want Mr. G to see how much I spent. He doesn't care. I'm just teasing. He does not care. He's fine with it. He enjoys that I have a hobby I love. All right. I want to talk about, oh man, I talk so much my computer fell asleep. Okay. I want to talk about Flosstubers that I've watched this past couple of weeks. I actively seek out new Flosstubers because, you know, let's support each other. I have a long list of Flosstubers I watch. In fact, 262 are apparently in my list. Of course, I can't watch all of you all the time, but I do have a very faithful list that I watch all the time. and enjoy. But I actively seek out a few new Flosstubers every couple of weeks. And so I want to talk about those. The first one is Flossom Stitchers. I'm going to have to look down at my notes, sorry. It is a mother-in-law, daughter-in-law team. Super cute. Stacy and Hannah. Stacy is the mother-in-law, and she has 6 sons, and Hannah married into the family. So Hannah has been married to her husband for 7 years. And Hannah, I think, comes from a family of 3 boys. So she's like the only girl all across the board. And so I guess Stacy was so excited to finally have a girl in the family that, you know, she might have scared Hannah a little bit in the first few years of her relationship with her son. So I think that's really funny. They have like 5 Flosstubes out now, I think. They upload every week. Stacy has the most adorable little girl puppy that's the only girl in the house besides herself. And her name is Macy, I think it is. Maisie or Macy. Super cute little poodle. And but they're adorable together. You can obviously tell that they have a really good relationship with each other. They both enjoy the same kind of crafting. And Hannah makes project bags, not to sell, at least not currently, but they're beautiful. Her sewing skills look amazing. And yeah, so go check them out. They're super cute. They have a lot of whips. You know, they're working on the Coming to America together. And they have finishes and whips, and they're just a lot of fun. But it's just so sweet to see a mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationship. I did not have a good one with mine, and so it's awesome to see one that is so sweet. They're so sweet. Okay, the next one is Daisy K's Primitives, and her name is Christy, and I love her. Her style is very prim, and you can tell in the background. And when I first started collecting antiques, I love prim. Like I still to this day love prim, but I don't collect it as often. And, but I so enjoy, you know, her background that she's got going on. She loves big projects. Clearly, Christy loves big projects. She's got a ton of samplers. I'm sorry, reading. Oh, she also talks about, she's got 4 or 5 videos, maybe 3, 4, 5. I don't remember. I think she just released one just a couple of days ago, which I have not been able to watch yet. And, but she talks about PDF downloads and, you know, the instant gratification of a PDF download. And I'm like, yes, I understand that. Because Etsy and PDF downloads are my friends, along with hands-on designs, websites, PDF downloads. Oh my goodness. Anyways, she talks about that. And I was like, oh yeah, girl, I click. I get that with you. She's got really lovely finishes. Like I said, her whips, I mean, a lot of them are very big projects, and she's got a lot of samplers and stuff. Really beautiful. Her stitching's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And she talks about how her pieces travel around the house, and how her husband's like, well, wasn't that just like there, or did you just move that? I love that. I thought that was hilarious because I'm constantly doing the same. I'm like, I don't know if I like that there. No, that might need to, you know, doesn't matter. It's got to move. They thought it was funny. The next one, so go check her out. And like I said, everybody will be linked down below in my description below within 24 hours. Stitching is Elementary, Carol Lee. I have actually watched her for a while now, and she releases a video every 2 weeks, I think, and she's on her 5th video. She lives in Georgia. She's super cute. And like her title suggests, she is an elementary teacher. And besides stitching, she also quilts. And her and I seem to have the same kind of stitching style. She does a lot of the same projects that I do, and it's nice to see them finished. She's got finishes. I do not. And they're super cute finishes too. So she's got great whips. She's got samplers. She does small. She's got a really nice variety. I also think that she appreciates Halloween as much as, not as much as I do. Nobody does. I'm just kidding. But she likes Halloween as well. And so a lot of her stitching is that. And I think that that's awesome. In her 5th video, she showed, she quilts. And so she's done some bags, project bags that she's making for herself, and she made one that has a handle, but the pattern along the bottom is so super cute. Like, the bag is beautiful, and I'm like, yeah, so cute. And then if you go check her out, like, not if, you should go check her out. She has a really nice backdrop, you know, it's in her quilting room, sewing room, I think. And check out in the 5th video the quilt on the back. I just kept staring at it the whole time she's talking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so really cool. So go check her out. And then, oh, 2 more. Lancashire Stitcher. That is Lynn. She lives in England, and she's been stitching for like 30 plus years, and she's got the projects to show for it. Oh my word, they're beautiful. Besides cross stitching, she beads, knits, crochets. She seems to be a multi-craftual person. And she's only got 2 videos. I think she released her 2nd video not too long ago, and she shows more of her finishes. She does mirabilias, you guys. Like, I think she has every single mirabilia, and she has stitched quite a few of them, and her finishes are beautiful, like just beautiful. She's very sweet, very sweet. So go check her out. Good whips. She's got, you know, all of her projects are huge. So yeah, go check her out. And then the last one is, and I just found them the other day, and they have 2 videos up. I think they just released the last one like yesterday. And so I have to go check that out because I was so impressed with their first one. They are a mother-daughter duo, and Terry is the mom, and I think it's Jamie. If I heard it right, I think it's Jamie. Maybe it's Jamie. I'm sorry. I think it's Jamie. She's the daughter. And they live in Nebraska, where one of my friends lives. And so I'm always like, I wonder if they know each other. Because, you know, we always think, oh, well, they're such small, you know, neighbors, whatever. But in the first video, they did the Know Your Needleworker tag. And so I was really interested in listening to their answers. But one of the things that struck me was that they're very big in the aviation, like small plane, I think, aviation world. And like the son is a pilot, Jamie is she said it, I don't know, it's something big. And then Terry and her husband own a aviation company or a plane company, and they work on small planes, and she does the fabric, and they work on planes that aren't flyable right now or something like that. Anyways, these kinds of things go over my head, and but it was fascinating. Like, they're just, yeah. And so what did they, they're both self-taught quilters, which I admire that. And I'm going to get there one day. I have the sewing machine, I have the fabric, got to put the 2 together. YouTube videos. And so it's always awesome to hear about self-taught quilters and what they do. And then Terry knits on the as well as, and I think Jamie can knit a scarf, and she's, you know, awesome at that. But I guess not as much more than her mom. I guess her mom does like a lot of knitting. She's a knitting fiend, and likes doing that. So that was kind of what was in their first video, and they're very sweet together. They showed some finishes that they'd had, and they've got, you know, a lot of whips, and they showed some haul. And yeah, so go check them out. I'm actually really looking forward to their second video, because that's the one that they're going to talk about like their plans and how they got into stitching and that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. So other than that, I haven't been doing a whole bunch more. I mean, seems like my life is chaos. It's constant. So let's get into giveaways. I have not heard from Deb. I'm going to put your name across the screen here. I have not heard from Deb yet. And so if I don't hear from you in the next 2 weeks, then I will have to draw again, and this will go to someone else. And then in my last video, I had these two as the giveaways. And so I did the name generator, you know, the YouTube comment picker thing. I did that, and let me pull up the pictures. Okay, so the winner of Lizzie Kate's broom was Bella McCracken. So congratulations, Novella. So if you can get a hold of me at my email, which flash across the bottom here, if you can get a hold of me, I will get that sent out to you. And then the second one was this creeping it round pattern along with the floss, along with the flosses that were left. That is going to Islami. So congratulations, Eva. Again, if you will get in touch with me, I will get that sent out. And then because I have no finishes, so, you know, have no Halloween pattern to give out, I went through my stuff and found this wee snowman. Now, I finished this one last year, January maybe February. I don't know. Maybe it was this year that it was this year that I finished it. So I have this pattern to pass the stash for. So it's a heart and hand wee snowman. So if you are interested in that, let's say snowman. And then the second one I have is this cinnamon heart needleworks, and it's called Pine Needles. And so if you were, and it's just this cardstock 1-page pattern. And so if you are interested in this one, let's say pine. So P-I-N-E, pine. So those are the two that will go up. So same rules apply as always. Please don't say giveaway. Please be 18 so I can have your address. Please be a subscriber, like the video, and then make the comment below. I will ship anywhere, especially little things like this. The bigger things going to outside of the state seems to be an issue right now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it was me. I don't know. Mine came back. They came back. And so anyways, they've all gone back out. So anyway, wow, went a little longer than normal. Sorry. Hope you are doing well. As always, keep on your mask, wash your hands, all the good things. You know, sit down, enjoy a game of football, go Hawks. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.